All right, Franklin. I don't remember seeing you before. Good. How are you? Hi. How are you? Where are you from, Franklin? Really? Where in Europe? I am so sorry, Martina. Yes, I am from the United States. Where are you at in Europe? I've lived in Europe, so where are you at? I am so sorry, guys. What do you mean Northwest? Northwest of what? What country? Okay. I am so sorry. No, it was not me. Um, I had a friend call me. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I am not very tech savvy. So, I talked to my Siri, which has an Australian voice now, and I said, Siri, first, okay, full disclosure. First, I was calling him, and he didn't respond. So, when I got his name correct, I called him Siri, and so he was supposed to put on Do Not Disturb. He said he did that, and then I got a phone call. So I was trying to figure out what the hell, how did I get a phone call? So then it froze me up and booted me out. You guys were still responding, but I couldn't say anything. So then I went out, and I was trying to figure out how I could put on Do Not Disturb, because when I talked to Siri, he was not responding. Ever since I got that male Siri, you know, he's kind of shitty. The female Siri, when I would say her name, she responded right away. The guy Siri, not so much. So, yeah. So I had to go out, come back in, and I do apologize. It is totally my fault, but y'all know I suck as a YouTuber. I have said that to you guys over and over again. I am not good. Thank you for whoever took out, whatever their name is, SATME. Yes, my Siri is Australian because I love Chris and Sandy. Okay, y'all happy now? But I'm just like, I need to get more tech savvy. I suck. I told y'all. When I first came on, I told you guys I was not a you or a tuber. Really? Call you Daddy or Sam? How about I'm going to call you Bye? I'm going to call you Gone. How about that? I'm going to call you Gone. Oh my gosh, what the hell is wrong with these crazy ass people? They have just really been off the chain with the trolls lately. I don't even know what time I can come on anymore without having trolls. And yet again, I forgot put just subscriber only. Mel, are you still there? I know she gonna cuss me out. That's my sister. Oh, you know what, new grad? Hi, Abby. Recessionista, hi. Parker is around here somewhere. I don't know. He ain't cutting up tonight. He around here somewhere. I know. Okay, you want to say hi to the people? Parker needs a bath. I need to clean around his eyes. Mommy has been a little, um, she has been a little not doing what she needs to do. Okay, Kiza, you're going to be gone. I know, Lovecraft, it's my fault. I jump on here and I don't think about stuff till after I get on here, and then I'm thinking, I should have put subscriber only. I should have made sure that my Siri was doing what it was supposed to do. It's my fault. Like I told you guys, let me say this, and I was telling my sister earlier, I suck as a YouTuber. I bought a camera. I have not used it yet. I don't know how to even attach my dang on intro to a video. I come on here, I just come on here. Everything you get from me is just raw and natural. I have no experience as being real savvy when it comes to YouTube. I just come on here and just say whatever. Yeah. But, so the screensavers. I'm getting back to your new grad. Hold on. You know, I get back. I circle around. Okay, so what I do is, whatever I think of that I want, such as, thank you, Martina, for rolling with me. Such as if I think of, I want it like now, it's fall. So I really love fall. So I might put in YouTube fall music or fall day or fall whatever. I might put in early morning sunrise. Whatever it is you want, you just put it in YouTube and it will give it to you, especially when it comes to just music. Like a lot of times when I do the fall stuff or the winter stuff or the summer stuff, I will just put in whatever season it is and jazz or music or whatever. And so if I'm talking, I would just go ahead and mute the music and I just show you the pictures because they're beautiful. Thank you, Queen Supreme. Yeah, if you go to the community post, you can see the lovely pictures that Chris did for us for sausage. What do we call it? Sausage, whatever. I'm really thinking about doing a t-shirt. I don't know how mad some people may get with that. Oh, girl. Beverly, you might want to go with bigger, stronger, more stickers. I am just what is this, something that I had in my hair? I'm trying to figure out. I started this when COVID came in, and I didn't start watching YouTube, guys, until 2019. I did not even know that all this was on YouTube. Seriously, I had absolutely no clue. Matter of fact, the only YouTube I had used, there is a Christian YouTube, and I had used that to get ideas for our youth group to be able to do dances and songs and stuff like that. So I had no idea about YouTube because I was always working, I was in school, stuff like that. I didn't have time to sit around with YouTube. So, when I retired, I called myself semi-retiring in 2019 in October. And so I started out with the Dollar Tree crafts. That's the first thing that I saw. And so I started with that. I'm going to tell you, I had so many Dollar Tree crafts around here, it was ridiculous. And then COVID came, so I really amped it up, the Dollar Tree crafts. I was a Dollar Tree traffic person around here. I ain't never had no 1.2 million views. I wish I did. Thank you, staying off the grid. That is so sweet of you. Oh no, they did not try to do another assassination attempt on Trump. You know I'm gonna have to watch that. Um, okay, staying off the grid. You started out good, but now, yeah, no, I don't know why y'all do that. I'm gonna have to watch that after we get off here. So, I'm gonna need y'all tonight on mod duty. Apparently, y'all gonna have to be on it. Y'all gonna have to work for your money, not that you get paid. And I want to do a shout out, and I was going to put it on the community page. Beverly, whatever you feel like you want to do, just do you. I had no clue of what it is I wanted to do. My very first video was when I was still being a nanny. And I was like, how do you make a video with a 3-year-old? I think she was 3. Whatever is entertaining to you. I can't sing, so I don't sing. I'm not really into doing like some people do, the celebrities. I don't care about them that much to do them. I had no clue about what I wanted to do. What I did know was that I had things that I thought about that I found interesting that I wanted to implement. So the very first thing was I just wanted to see if I had enough nerve to come in front of a camera and do this. So I did a couple and then I would quit. I might do one here and then I would stop. It was COVID, so I was watching a lot of other people more than I was making videos. But then when I found out about McNasty, when I seen her video after I started watching van life and stuff, I have to say this. Arabs, Desperate Chronicles, she was the one that encouraged me to do it. She was talking about, thank you, Lovecraft. Lovecraft, let me say this, and I know you didn't know this. No, I have not. I have not really watched TV today. I've really been on the phone. Yeah, Polly, I wish I was watching you when you was a reseller. Let me say this. Lovecraft. Because yesterday was a crappy day for me, I'm going to apologize to you. Because my goal was to post you on the community page for being moderator of the month. So I'm saying this in front of everybody that sees this live or that comes in this live. Lovecraft is our moderator for the month. Why? Because whenever she comes in here, she be on it. She's going to say, make sure you subscribe, make sure you thumbs up, and she'll be taking out the trolls. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. From Parker Posse and me, here come Parker. He think I'm talking to him. I'm not talking to you, dear. It's for Lovecraft. We say thank you so much for thinking so much of the fact that you are part of this community. For me, as a content creator, that you use your time to be a moderator in my chat, because you could be doing anything else. It's not like you get paid, and it's not even like I got a big channel, but you don't mind coming in here and being a moderator. So I appreciate you more than you could probably ever know. I really, really do. And I thank you so much. You made me think of something like being subscriber of the month, moderator of the month, just simply because I have not taken it by naught when I see that you're in the chat, when you come in here and do what you do, and then you give me suggestions for topics and stuff like that. I have not overlooked any of that. I have seen it all. Thank you. You know what I'm going to say to you guys? Whatever your passion is, my passion is, I'm a very analytical person, and I always have things. I'm like one of these people that I wish my mind would stop thinking. I am constantly always thinking of stuff. And so I said to myself, there got to be other people out here like me. So I'm just going to talk about topics. Well, McNasty was the first person that made me come on here and really want to say stuff, because Eric was like, if you feel so passionate about the things she's doing, then say it on your own channel. And then she sent all her subscribers over to my channel. Thank you, Peace. And so, oh, is that you, Chris? I wish my brain would stop thinking sometimes. I'm serious. It is just on overload on any given day. And so, I'm just like, there got to be other people who think like me. So after McNasty, I figured I wanted to implement the things I thought about, but because I kind of pigeonholed myself into a reaction channel because of her, people only wanted to come and hear about her. So then that made me not get as many views and stuff. But because I didn't start my channel for views, and I didn't start my channel for trying to get a lot of subscribers, and I definitely didn't start my channel for making money, I've been able to still have a little segment of what I want to do and talk about her, and then implement all the things that I want to do. So one thing that I would say to you, whatever you are passionate about, what you can talk about every day, whatever it is you know that you want to get across to other people, that's what your channel should be about. And it can be multifaceted. It don't have to be about one thing. You don't have to be the person that does arts and crafts all the time. You don't have to be the person that talks about celebrities all the time. You don't have to be the channel that shows just your family. You can show anything you want on YouTube, and that's the beauty of it. You can put whatever the heck you want to put out here, and then YouTube will let you know whether or not it's okay. You know what? She's so crazy. She gives good content when she wants to, but this whole exercise thing, it's not her forte. It's not her forte. And that's why she's losing people. Okay, well, you know what, Chris? You can't think of it as a money grab. And see, that's what people are thinking of YouTube as, because there's been so many people that have come on here and made money. You can make money. It may take you some time. Unless you have a viral video. And there's certain niches that make money. Like, if you're a person that has a whole lot of kids. I'm 62. I ain't trying to produce no more children, nor do I want to. Okay? But because you're in Australia, you have something that a lot of people don't have. You're in Australia. You can show people all kinds of stuff about Australia. You can show people all kinds of stuff about the culture of Australia. You can show them from the things that you've talked to us about that's totally different from the United States. I'm trying to read the chat all at the same time. I'm reading the chat, y'all. That's why I'm not saying that. Okay, I can't ride a kangaroo in the United States. So, do you know how many? You know how many hits you would get on riding a dang on kangaroo? I mean, if you just ran around Australia and talked about the history, there's so many things that you could do just from living in Australia that you would be surprised. I have yet to come across, and I'm not saying there's not any out there, but I haven't came across anybody that's living in Australia doing videos. So that, I mean, you're a very creative person. So just think about the things that you like and do a video on it. There's always somebody else that is interested in what you're doing. There is nothing that you cannot find on YouTube. And I tell anybody, I don't care if it's from, and I'm going to say this, from how to do a blowjob to how to cook, fettuccine Alfredo. You can find it on YouTube. Queen, no you don't. I started my channel talking about McNasty. And y'all know now, I come on and just talk about any and everything. And thank you, Lovecraft. My biggest thing is, I don't care if you agree with me or disagree. Everybody has an opinion here. So we can talk about anything. That's why I say to you, what is the topic that you want to talk about? I don't have to make the topic. And Chris, if you want to make money, okay. Cedric, why do you come in here all the time? That's not the first time you've been in here. And listen to Martina. Martina is probably Martina is an extremely smart woman. I don't even know why she wants to be in my chat. Because I'm sure she has realized that I'm definitely not at the intellectual level that she is at, but she is an extremely smart woman. Now, yes, it will mess up the algorithm, but it's all depending on what you want on YouTube. Yes, you can, Chris. Yep, the chat is going by fast tonight. Cedric, you be full of crap. Let me say this. It's all in what you want on your channel. You get to do whatever you want. I am not on here to make money. I hope y'all realize this at that point. Because if I was, I would pigeonhole myself. And you know what I would pigeonhole myself on? I would come on here talking about being a counselor, and everything would be mental health. I throw that in every now and then. But my biggest thing for you all is I want to encourage you. I want you to learn how to believe in yourself, and I want you to excel at whatever it is you want to do. I hope if I don't do anything else with my channel, is that I want you to believe in who you are, in the gifts and talents that have been given to you, and know that we support you over here, whatever it is. Anybody that's in this chat that wants to start a channel on YouTube, we will support you. I know I definitely will. Let me tell y'all something. I don't come on, and I'm going to tell you, the people that make the money are the ones, and this is no lie, the ones that beg for the money. If you go to people's channels and they'll be like, please send cash apps, please send super chats, please do things like that. The mommy channels, the ones with a whole bunch of kids, the ones that do, even the ones that do celebrity gossip, they usually beg a lot. Oh, and the one that McNasty was in, we call it the beefing sector, where you are talking about other people, but they are so cutthroat. They do stuff like send CPS to people's homes and stuff like that. There's some crazy sections out here in YouTube. But then there are the sections that if you're a techie, the person, if you have a gift, if you're a person that loves technology, if you can show people, like the ones that show you how to do a YouTube channel, the ones that show you how, the stuff that I don't know, that they will show you how to put together intro onto your channel. A person that's a mechanic. There are plenty of people that's mechanic. I learned how to put a battery in my key fob for my Lexus on YouTube. The people that do arts and crafts. The people that love to cook. If you love to go in your kitchen and cook up something, I mean, Chris, I don't know if you can cook, but if you know how to cook Australian meals, that's something that you can do. It just depends on what it is that you want to do. And Polly, you changed from one sector to another. I guarantee you was making a lot of money when you were doing the sector where you was giving away stuff, buy stuff cheaply. It's Life with Polly. I thought we told everybody. Life with Polly. He does the ASMR at night, and I love it. And get this. Polly is living in a tent in his daughter's backyard in New York, and he has a YouTube channel, and he's doing ASMR from his tent. So you can do YouTube from wherever and do whatever it is you want. You know, it's all in what you want to do. Like Tashana, trucker's wife. She travels around with her husband. He's a truck driver, and she cooks and she does all these different things in the back of the truck. I thought that was just crazy and awesome because she makes all kinds of meals in the back of that damn truck that I don't even make in my kitchen. Yeah, at night, Paulie, I mean, I hit him up, and a lot of times me and Parker go to sleep to Paulie. And I give him a like, and I might leave a little comment and let him know that I was in his chat. And sometimes I don't. I just watch. I mean, I'm not always watching. I'm sleeping to him. Literally, I sleep to Paulie. But that's giving him a watch. You know what I'm saying? That's helping him make money. I only really make money off of AdSense, which are ads. Hi, Peaches and Cream. I don't believe in being fake. Now, I am going to say this. You can start a YouTube page by having fake things that happen. You can have where... and I'm just going to use, Chris, you as an example because you were talking. You and Sandy going through a divorce. You and Sandy having issues. Your son having issues at school. Anything like that that will bring drama, people love it. The reason why people started watching me was because whenever McNasty would say something about me in a video, they would come over here to see what I was going to say. Or they would go to Era's page and see what she was going to say. Or go to Justine's page and see what she was going to say. Drama brings money. My thing was, I am too smart. I have too many gifts and talents for me to make my channel all about her. That was it. I wasn't gonna make a whole channel about McNasty. I wasn't gonna do it. She's not that interesting to me. I know she thinks that I live to make videos about her, but I really don't. I'll make the videos because people may say something because they want the videos. But for the most part, she's not. That's why the creation of Donisha came. Because she was so freaking boring, I had to make it spicier on my side to do videos about her. Thank you, Queen. How many more watch hours do you need, Polly? Because I'm telling you, I made my watch hours. Arabs, I must say, Arabs got me the subscribers, and then because I was talking about McNasty, I got the watch hours. I'm gonna tell you guys this, and I am such a small YouTube channel that I was surprised that somebody even looked at me as wanting to sponsor something. I have less than 1,300 YouTube subscribers, and the thing is, I do get more watches than okay, let's use McNasty. She has 50-something subscribers on one of her channels, but she only gets like 1,000 to 2,000 on a really good day when she's doing her van life stuff. She might get 3,000 or 4,000. I have 1,200 and some subscribers, but I might get 1,000 and something views. So I'm actually doing better than her. Let me look and see what y'all are saying. But the biggest check I've gotten from YouTube so far by being monetized was $212. And if you guys think I can live on $212 for a month, then I can sell you some swampland in Arizona, okay? So the little check I may get from YouTube, and I said that was my biggest, so everything else has been under that. I probably average $130 a month. So that's just like one Instacart delivery to my house in a week. Okay? And I don't want y'all to get this wrong, because everybody do YouTube for something different. I have a full-time job. I get disability from VA. So I already have two streams of income coming in my house. YouTube supplements that. And just like I posted on my community page about if you want a part-time job, they're right now hiring. You don't have to have any experience working for the hurricane relief. If that's something that you want to do seasonal because it's hurricane season, you can make a few dollars for a cup, maybe a month or so. That's something that I'm thinking about doing, because I'm always looking at ways that I can bring money into my household. Thank you, Polly. I'm not fake. That's why I'm telling you guys honestly. I do not come on here for money. I literally, hi Kimberly, come on here because I enjoy talking to you guys. Matter of fact, I know you guys, you guys remember when one time I did where I wrote subscribers' names. And it just so happened while I've been packing up my bedroom, I looked at the list, and you know what's so funny? The majority of these people are no longer in the chat. Like I said I was going to say tonight, like Martina's still here, but what happened to Maxine? What happened to Warrior? These are people that subscribe to me, and I guess they're still subscribers, but they don't watch me anymore. If they do, they don't say anything in the chat. Misopinionated, Social Butterfly, Phil Hill is still here, thank you. Fathom Nova, Anita Johnson, Deborah's still here. Jacqueline, I see every now and then. A Little Bird, I hadn't seen lately. Hearing Eyes is still here. She's not here tonight, but thank you. Sunny's still here. Waheen Patler, nope. Triggs, hadn't seen. Pralines Chocolate, hadn't seen. S. Banks. Sunshine, I hadn't seen in a while. LG, hadn't. Edward, don't know what happened to him. Used to see Pam, hadn't seen her lately. Creddy Crow, don't know what happened. Laney Motley, D.E. Little, I have seen, but not lately. DPR, don't know what happened. Anime, and I don't even know how to say the last name. Law Girl, what happened to you, Law Girl? Miss Cox, Tashana, of course. Olivia G, Scorpio Cara, Violet King, and Terry Davis. Most of those names we do not see in the chat at all. So what happened to those people? As a content creator, you have to realize somebody may subscribe to you today and they don't subscribe to you tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you this. Subscribers are fickle. I love you guys, but subscribers are fickle. They will leave you because you didn't come on. They will leave you because you didn't do the content that they wanted. They will leave you because they disagreed with you. They will leave you because you said something they didn't like. They will leave you because somebody in the chat pissed them off. And they will take their subscription back. So you might wake up and have 5,000 subscribers one day, and by that afternoon you may have 3,000. It is all on a whim. You know, it's all up to the person. What I have, you know, it's funny because I've subscribed to people and I've never deleted my subscription. I got a long list of people that I subscribe to, but I may not watch them all the time, but I've never taken away my subscription. But people are like that. That's what they do. And you're right, Lovecraft. And like Paulie say, they come and they go. And you have to understand as a content creator, people will come. Oh, thank you, Miss Cox. I ain't seeing you in the chat. I was just wondering. When I looked at the list, I'm like, what happened to all these people? Because when I wrote their names down, I seen them in the chat. So thank you for letting me know you're still here, dear. Thank you. And I'm like that. I'm too lazy to unsubscribe. But there are some people, when I did not talk about McNasty on a regular, oh, let me not talk about her. They were strictly here for her, but I understood that. I understood that if I chose not to talk about that I was going to lose subscribers. And I was okay with that. Because I really wanted people that was going to be here that like my personality and like whatever content that I put out. Oh, thank you, Martina, for sharing about you and the surveys. Thank you, Miss Cox. Yes, and that's what I think of it too, Lovecraft. That's what it is. That's why I'll post stuff about jobs. I'll post stuff about mental health. I'll post stuff about whatever it is for the month. I may post just a thank you. The other day I posted about movies. You know, movies that I thought would be interesting to you guys. The algorithm, I'm going to tell you like this, and this is the honest truth. I was telling my sister today, being a YouTuber is a full-time job. If you want it as a job, you do more work than a 9 to 5. Because you've got to constantly be thinking about content. You got to constantly, the biggest thing is posting. Putting some content out every day. I can definitely tell you that things go south when you don't put content out every day. Because this is my season, y'all know I told you guys about my seasonal depression. Because this is my season for the seasonal depression, because I don't put content out every day, I can definitely tell you it has hurt me. But I know this. So you got to go in with an open mind, your eyes wide open, and know that you got to work your ass off. If you're a big content creator, you don't ever think they working 24/7 almost. Tell them, Paulie, when you got a lot of subscribers and you're making the money, you have got to produce. And when you get sponsors that pay you, not sponsors that just give you free shit, sponsors that pay you, you got to do it when they want you to. You got to do it the way they want you to. And you got to submit it to them for them to see first before it goes out. It's a lot to it. The content creators that are big, they have agents, just like somebody that's a movie star or an artist or something like that. They have agents that put them out there so they can make more money. It's all about the money. And heaven forbid you have something, scandal happens that messes up your image. It's always about the image. I mean, it's so much. And then the bigger you get, the more hate you get. Wait, Paulie, I'm glad that you gained that many subscribers from doing what you're doing. You get a lot more trolls. You get a lot more people that hate you. You get a lot more people that would come against you. I have subscribers that I watch, content creators that I watch. I have watched them go through where people have made up lies about them and their spouse. They have made up lies about their life. They, like I said, they have sent CPS to them about their husband and their children. I was just watching a woman this morning. She has 2.0 million subscribers. So she gets a good paycheck every month. But she just had the police come to her house because somebody said that her husband was touching her daughter. So you got to look at what it is you want in your life compared to what's out here. Do I want the police coming to my house saying that supposedly a report was put in about my husband touching my daughter, and it was definitely even worse because that's not his daughter, that's his stepdaughter. So here she is 16. He's never done that. She's never thought about that. But now this negativism is in the house of him supposedly touching his stepdaughter. No, you did not, Lovecraft. I would love to hear that. Yes, Polly. And that's because they're novice. I watched enough YouTube during COVID to know that what I did want to put out here and what I didn't. Anything I put out here is something that I don't care if I hear 50 years from now. Anything that I don't want you to know, I'm not going to tell you. I have shared some things with members, and if I do share anything personal, I would probably share it with members because it's a small group of people. And so far, they've been people, and I really, 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 really appreciate the people that decided that they wanted to spend their money and be members. And I owe you a video. But, yeah, you have to be mindful. I mean, something as simple as me posting my grandson for his 3rd birthday. I really had to think about that. And I talked to my son. I was like, do you mind if I post him? Because I know that even though he's only 3, there will be people out here in the YouTube world who will call him names. They will talk about him and whatever. Not because of him, but because of me. And so you always have to think about what you put out here, because once you put it out here, it's out here and it's going to be here forever. Let me tell you something. Them parent vlogs, I'm watching women who are having babies just so they can make money. That's crazy to me. It's Peaches and Cream is always, like I said, drama breeds money. You want to see people making money? Watch the beef sector. And I mean, they are cutthroat in that beef sector. The things I have seen them do, the things they said. I seen where somebody went to a woman's mama's funeral just so they could videotape the mother's funeral. What happened, Lovecraft? Did she really? Because I've seen some of the videos where people do makeup to cover their scars, but what is the story behind it? Like my son came on and he used his real last name, and I told him, and I don't know why he forgot, but I'm like, I need you to make up a name. You cannot come on YouTube and use your whole full government name. I tell you guys, if you're on here using your full government name, please, please, please get rid of your last name. Why? Because it may have nothing to do with you, but because you're in my chat, and y'all know McNasty is always looking for a way to do something, she'll use your name just to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I knew, that if she seen his name, she would use his name because she figured it might go back to me. Not knowing that we may not have the same last name, but she figured she would try that. Let me tell you something. There are some treacherous, evil people out here that will do all kinds of stuff just because that's the state of affairs we're in now. Wow. That's pretty good, though, that she went from making YouTube to Olay commercials. And that's what I'm saying, Chris. People be doing all kind of crazy stuff. Because there's a, oh, y'all already took that person out. There's this young girl, I forget what her channel name is, but she's very small. It looked like she's about 4 foot something. She might be about 5 feet. But her husband, she's African American. Her husband's Caucasian, but he's this big, burly guy. And they have, I want to say about maybe 5 kids. It may be more. But they made a really, she had a YouTube channel, but they blew up when she married him because they're African American Caucasian. And then she already had, I want to say 4 kids, and then they had one together, or either she had 3 kids and they had 2 together. But they blew up because she was so small compared to how big he was. It's something Kings. I can't think of the name of them. Oh, there you go, Queen Supreme. And she's on YouTube crying about how people are trolling her. But I mean, I think she's in the millions when it comes to subscribers. They moved to Hawaii. And next thing you know, they're having a fight on YouTube. Then you see where he's getting arrested in Hawaii. He's in jail. Okay, so she had 2, then they had two together. Okay. It's just crazy but she put so much of her life on YouTube, and then they were bringing in the money. See, people don't think of it, and this is the thing. I'm from the old school. I'm 62. So when I was growing up, we didn't have any of this. Even my son, who's turning 31, this is still where he didn't have a whole lot of this. Now my grandchildren, they're being raised in this era of YouTube and social media and all this stuff like that. So to them, to go out and put their personal business on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, whatever, is normal. For people my age, we don't go out here and put what's happening. Like I started watching a girl out of Canada, and she blew up because her husband, they had a YouTube channel together. She was I want to say Jamaican and Canadian, and then her husband was Caucasian. And they had a really nice YouTube channel, but then her husband just up and left her. He went to work one day, he didn't come home. Next thing she know, he's in South America with another woman. Okay, dang, what happened to it? I want to hear what, somehow, sorry y'all, I'm trying to see what Lovecraft said with the 4th installment on those people, because I'm very interested in what happened. Dang, Lovecraft, somehow I missed. Can you put back in again what you said about the part 4? You know what? There are a lot of people on YouTube that got issues. As a mental health counselor, I am surprised at how crazy people are on YouTube. And Polly, that's what I have an issue with. I think social media is good, but just like anything is good, there is a flip side to it. When I was watching a young lady this morning, I think his beauty is something. She's from South Africa, beautiful young lady, light skinned, but she has a big mole right here. She just had her 7th child. Really, Lovecraft? But what I realized, because the first thing that I found was there was a short actually that came across my feed that said they called CPS on me, and that's what made me watch it. And then when I went back to look at some of the old videos, I noticed that her younger 2 children, well, she had 4 small ones. So the 2 before the last 2, when she had number 4 and 5, they were raised in being in social media. So every time you put the camera on them, they're ready to perform. Now, the other 3 above them were not like that, because they were not necessarily raised in like that. But the more children she had, the more exposure they got, the more she talked about her background and stuff, the more views she got. Sort of like the young lady Rose. Even if she is bipolar, does it make her husband better? You mean to tell me he married a person that was bipolar and he didn't know they were bipolar? I look at it like this. Sometimes I think, you can type it in, Chris. You can just put your email in. Just put in blah, blah, blah at whatever, gmail.com. Martin typed hers in. I think young people are putting too much of their business into social media. So like with Rose and her husband, when they started having issues, okay, and maybe I'm crazy. I'm 62, like I said. If me and my husband is having a fight, I'm not going to turn on the camera and film that. We in the midst of a fight. We having a fight. So why would I tape that? And so I have to wonder sometimes why young people tape everything that happens to them. I mean, do you all even know whether I have a person in my life as a mate or a partner or anything? Do y'all know that? And he may be her savior, but what type of savior is he? It's a Queen of Supreme. Put the name of her channel back in there. It's a YouTuber we were talking about. Okay, Chris. So put the name of your channel, put the name of your email, and then on the second line, just put who is with. Like, let's say it's Sandy and Chris at gmail.com. Just put Sandy and Chris, and then on the second line, put, is it gmail.com, Yahoo, I don't know if people use AOL, whatever. That's what I think, Queen, that they do it for the drama. It's Queen of Kings, yeah. Okay, so Chris, is it at gmail.com? What is it at? Okay, so Martin, did you see? It's at Hotmail. Because see, they put too much of their stuff out there. I told you guys I deal with seasonal depression, but 3 years ago or 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I never would have told you guys that. I can tell you guys that now because I am proactive in dealing with what's going on in my life. I'm not going to tell you something that I myself has not overcome or working on or dealing with. You get what I'm saying? So if me and there is no way in hell I would have put my relationship with my ex on YouTube. First of all, it would have been crazy as all get out, because I think of it as a lifetime story. Y'all would have thought that I was crazy, but then could I have lived with myself knowing that all y'all knew my business? No, I couldn't have. Oh, you was listening to that. You was watching that lady. Oh my gosh, she was crazy. They just went to jail. Her and the woman she got caught up with, and her husband. I don't know what the deal was with him. Children tied up, and somebody. Yeah, that was a hot butt mess, Paulie. And that's what I'm saying, Queen. That's what I told my son. I was like, you take your full name off of here because it has nothing to do with you. But sure as my name is Deborah, McNasty would have used the last name to try to see if she could find me so she could find out about me so she could put it on YouTube. I have, and let me say this. There is nothing in my life that I'm ashamed of. There is nothing that happened to me that I myself would not put out here. Um, there's nothing that Mac over there could find that if she put it on YouTube that I would not explain it to you guys. There's just some things that I just don't choose to go into because that's my past. And I don't feel like bringing it up. But if it comes up, I don't mind being honest about it because it made me who I am now. I don't know if y'all get that. So if somebody wanted to go, if somebody watched my channel and was like, oh, I know her and her ex-husband. This is what happened. Okay, so if they put it out there, I don't have a problem addressing it because I'm not ashamed of my marriage that I had. You see what I'm saying? Would I just put it out here? I might put bits and pieces just to help somebody else or maybe something that I'm thinking about that day. I don't have a problem with that. But would I now put a relationship on YouTube? Probably not. And it's oh, Jeremy, baby, Jeremy, thank you so much for thinking that I would charge for someone being with me. That was actually in its own way a compliment. But sir, I don't charge because I'm not selling myself. And if I ever chose to sell myself, and I tell any man this, if I'm going to sell myself, we going to go to the bank and see how much you got the damn bank first. Because it depends on how much you got. Okay? I'm never going to lay down and sell myself for something I can't get up with and feel appreciated with the next day. Meaning, how much money I fucking charged you. I am pretty, easygoing, and I don't take these people seriously on YouTube. Thank you, Lovecraft. Y'all on it tonight. So when people say crazy stuff like that, you know what? I'm fucking 62. What can you say to me that I possibly have not heard in 62 years? I really don't give a shit. I know who I am, and that's the difference. I know who I am. I'm secure in who I am. I'm okay with who I am. I'm okay with all of this. Whether you like it or not, I'm here. If I choose to put my fluffy self, because I'm not fat, I'm fluffy, on YouTube, apparently I'm okay with it. I don't have any qualms about it. So there's nothing you can get in my chat and say to me that's going to hurt my feelings. Now my family, I'm going to cuss your ass out. Point blank. That's what it is. And Beverly, those are things that, because I am into the mental health field, I use my life to try to help other people. So when I say stuff about me, about my ex being the way it is, like when I said, the one lady out of Canada, she blew up because her ex literally went to work and didn't come home, and next thing she knew, he was in South America with another woman. And she got on YouTube and she cried and she was telling about the experience. I could tell she was being honest, and I could tell it was to hurt. But she's a younger woman, and that's why she did what she did, because that's what they do. I myself would not have done that. But I could identify with her because my ex did stupid shit like that, but he didn't go to South America. He would just be here in South Carolina. One time he did go to North Carolina, and he was gone for a whole damn year. That's a whole nother story. If y'all really want me to tell you about that, my 18 years of being married is a Lifetime movie. But I could identify with her, and I knew where she was coming from. But because of that, she blew up. Why? One, it was drama. But two, there were a lot of women who had experienced a lot of things that she had experienced in her marriage that she had never voiced. And because she put a voice to it, they could identify with it, and it helped them with their marriage. Anything I put out here, if I'm not joking and playing around with you guys, I want it to be something that's useful. That's why I try to be honest with you guys, and tell you how I feel about stuff. Like, I didn't have to tell you about my seasonal depression. I didn't have to tell you guys about how I really felt about Mac and her using God. I didn't have to be honest about what I make on YouTube, or the fact that I don't use it for money, why I'm really here. I try to be as honest as I can possibly be. Lying is one of my highest pet peeves. So before I lie to you guys, I would just tell you I don't want to share that with you. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I would tell you I don't want to share that with you. And that's just really who I am. My sister's always saying, well, Deborah, if you start making the money, you're going to change. No, I'm not, because money doesn't motivate me. At this point, the only thing money could do for me, and I can't buy that. You see what I'm saying? If it could buy me a healthy body that's going to live till I'm 175 or something, but you can't buy that. So there's nothing that money can buy me that I want at this stage in my life. Everything else is going to go to pot. I don't care how many damn cars you get. And I'm saying this to y'all for real tonight. Don't get off. I don't care how many cars you get. I don't care if it's a Mercedes, if it's a G-Wagon, or whatever the case it may be. You can't take it with you. I have yet to see a person ride to heaven or hell or wherever they're going in a fancy car. I don't care how big your house is. You can't take it with you. Most people that are on their deathbed that's leaving here have regrets about relationships, about how they didn't spend more time with their children, how they didn't let their wife know or husband know how much they loved them, how they didn't rekindle relationships with their parents or whoever. It's always about relationships. You never hear people on their deathbed or people who know that they're leaving here say, I wish I had had a better wardrobe or a bigger plane. You just don't hear that. It's just that the things that are important, I try to show you guys what things are important, because a lot of you are younger than me. I don't want you to waste time on things. You can always get, like, this past couple of weeks have really hit home. You know, we had Helene. It came here through South Carolina. But Milton was in Florida. And I have my mom's brother, which is my uncle, his wife, their children, and their children's children, all live in Tampa. And so when it was going to hit Tampa, you know, we're all calling as a family. And my uncle said that he was not leaving because he had just bought brand new hurricane windows. And we're looking at, sir, they're talking about the whole, where he's 17 miles from the ocean. So they're talking about all that flooding and being taken down. So what, if the rest of your house is gone, do you really think hurricane windows are going to hold up? And so my thing is, he didn't want to leave, and he's 79, turning 80. And I was like, so apparently 79 years was enough for you. They were just extremely lucky that it hit a little bit below Tampa, but unfortunately, none of us knew that the dams and the rivers and all that stuff was going to overflow, so still flooding out. And his granddaughter and daughter had to come and get him. And my uncle had just survived cancer. So I had an uncle that had just survived cancer, his wife, who couldn't really move him around because they're both elderly, his son, who had just gotten out of the hospital from survived cancer, his granddaughter, who was on the trauma team, so she stayed in Tampa, and his daughter, who was watching her daughter's child because she was on the trauma team and she's a nurse. They came and got them, but their house flooded out. And I'm just looking at, your house was more important than your life? I would have left every freaking thing that I own and got up out of there, because why? I can buy it all over again, or half of it I probably didn't even need. So when you're looking at your life and where you're going and what's important, you get to an age where things don't matter. There is not one thing I own that's more important than my son, my grandchildren, and my family, which means my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, my nieces, my nephews, all of them. Uncles, aunts, cousins, whatever. None of that matters. Anything else I got in here, I can buy another TV, a couch, a chair, kitchen utensils, another car, a computer. I can buy all this stuff over again. But can I buy another human? No, I can't. And if I can, it won't be the same one. So sometimes I think we need to put things, prioritize what's important to us. And maybe that's the word for the night. What's important to you? When you embark on this new week, we're starting tomorrow, Monday. Look at what's important to you where you're at in your life. And I really want you to assess that. I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Because some of us will say, it's my family, but you know damn well, if you lost your job, it would be your job. Or if you lost your career, it would be your career. Or if you lost your car, you would be outside crying. If you lost your home, it would be devastating. Let's see what Lovecraft put in here. Choice to choose to know how long you will live, the date and the time of expiration which you want to know. Okay, so this is going to be the question on the community wall. If you had a choice to choose to know how long you will live, the date and the time of expiration you want to know, I can definitely answer no. Oh, what is going on with my... Bye, Chris and Sandy. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Lovecraft, no. I wouldn't want to know. Why is my video clocking? Alright, you think on that, Queen. I don't want to know. I just kind of wanted to be the luck of the draw. Why? If you know, I think you would live differently and maybe not have the experiences that you're supposed to have, because now you know that you're going to leave here January of 2027 at 6 p.m. And so you may do things differently than what you would have done if you didn't know that you was going to leave that month at that time. You know what I'm saying? But Martina, what if he has you here for a purpose and a plan? Why is my when I look at it on TV, let me see. Why is my TV looking crazy? Okay. It must be just my TV. But you can live your life in a way that you try to get yourself right every day, meaning that you're not perfect. God doesn't expect you to be perfect because he created you, so he knows you're not. But you're striving to have perfection in him. So I believe that he gives us allowances. I don't want to know. You know why? Because truly, I think that I would live differently from the way that I would live by not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's experiences and things that I'm going to do, choices that I'm going to make that I wouldn't make because I already know when I'm going to leave here. Thank you, Peaches and Cream. I'm with you on that. No. It was on my TV, Lovecraft. I think that, and this is how I really believe, God could let us know. He could have let us know. For every one of us that he created, he knows the beginning and the end. So he simply could have said that when we came in this world, you're going to expire on this day at this time. I don't want to know. Nope. Don't want to know. I want to live this life with the experiences that I'm supposed to have, making the choices that I chose to make, whether they're good, bad, and indifferent. And we all make some good and some bad and some indifferent. There's only one thing that I honestly would like to know before I leave here. And maybe this is a question that I could put on the community page for this week. Have you ever truly experienced love? And if so, what type of love was that for you? We all have a vision and an ideal of what we think love is, and I guarantee all of our ideals of what love is different. I had not anticipated being 62 and not being married and, being in a relationship and spending time with grandkids and all that stuff like that. But here I am. And when I looked at all that, I wanted to know, I guess I'm always looking, searching, looking at myself, assessing who I am and where I'm at. And I really wanted to know, had I ever truly been in love? And I think I've had a semblance of what I thought love is, but it has changed over the years as I have matured and grown. So, as far as I can see at 62, I don't think I've experienced that type of love that some people have experienced where I don't know, it's that thing that, okay, there are some people that have been in relationships for so long that if one passed in January, the other one is gone by March. I don't think I've experienced that. That I could not stay here after the fact that my mate is gone. And it's not Lovecraft, but I do want to experience the type of love that I believe that I truly should be able to experience here because God is love, as we say. And I think I should be able to experience that type of love here on this plane before I transcend to a spiritual person. And see, Beverly, I've never had that. You know, I was talking to my sister. I've never had that thing where I've literally never had a man in my life that I could put everything in his hands and not worry about it. I have always had to worry about bills. I have always had to worry about everything being taken care of. I have just never had the luxury of being able just to exist, other than when I was a child, and not worry about everything being taken care of. And you know what? And I told my sister today, and if I got it, I probably wouldn't even understand how to deal with it because I've never experienced it. Now, when it comes to family, that's different. But I was talking about a significant other. And that's the love that I want to experience before I leave here. And I find that there are so many hurt people in the world that they themselves have no clue of what love is, and they really don't know how to have an intimate relationship with another person because they are so damaged that they don't know how to do it because they hadn't gotten over their own hurt and pain. And that's such a sad thing. And maybe this is just how I think, but I think that it's really sad to be here for a lot of years, 60, 70, 80, 90 years, and most of the time that you were here was not something positive and something that you can share with other people. That most of the years that you were here, you either dealt with the trauma or had trauma, and then the rest of the time you were trying to, I guess this feel like it, you had trauma, then the rest of the time you're trying to deal with the trauma. So because of the trauma, you never really had time where you were past the trauma and you was able to really be able to express who you are. No. That's not what I meant, Lovecraft. When I talk about love, I mean I want to be in love. I I can leave tomorrow any given day and I'm not unhappy. That's not what it is. I'm not looking for happiness in the other person. I want a type of relationship where we can depend on each other and be there for each other and love each other unconditionally. Happiness, my happiness depends on me. I'm not looking to another person to make me happy. That's not it. That's not it at all. No, it has nothing to do with happiness. Love is multifaceted. It's not just happiness. Happiness is one facet of something that, this is how I look at it. I can't be happy with nobody if I'm not happy with me. I'm not looking for somebody else to make me happy because I can be in love with you, but you can't make me happy. Me being happy within myself allows me to be able to love another person. That's how I look at it. You're right, Lovecraft. Because if I'm happy with me, and see, this is what people don't understand. I have been a part of women groups at 50 and older and all this stuff, and it is so sad for me to see women say that they want to be by themselves for the rest of their life because of a bad relationship and all these things like that. You can't make another person happy. You have to be healthy and whole within yourself to be able to be in a true relationship with somebody else. The love I seek is because I've gotten to a point in my life where I am happy within myself, I love myself, and I am at the epitome of where I believe I should be at where I'm at. So I have this within inside myself that I want to be able to be with somebody else because I'm at a healthy state. If I was still at a state that I had such a deficit that I was just where I used to be, there's no way I could be with somebody else. But because I'm at such a good, healthy place, I want to share who I am with someone else. And I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, it involves happiness, but happiness where it's a healthy happiness. I can't make you happy every day. You have to know what happiness is for you. I need to know what happiness is for me. And when we're together, we have a happiness that we have together, but it may not be perfect every day. I can still be happy with you, and today you really got on my nerves. It's all in how you perceive happiness, love, content, compassion. It's all encompasses. Love encompasses a whole lot of things, and that's what we don't understand. It's not just a feeling. It encompasses a whole lot of things. And I think that we have gotten to a point that we're so tainted by this world and the way things are that we forget that we can have that. You know, if you look at the way our world is, people are together for money. They are together for what somebody can do for somebody. They're together for lust. They're together for a whole lot of things other than strictly having a love that, like the one that God says, or whatever your faith is, it should be where there is a foundation of love that's unconditional. And when I say that, that means that we all have shortcomings. But I have decided that because you're my person and I'm your person, that whatever your shortcomings are, I can accept them and deal with them. And you've decided that whatever my shortcomings are, you can accept me and deal with them. Because none of us are perfect. Beverly, I can totally relate. Peaches and cream, any relationship is going to have good and bad days. But you know what makes a relationship work? Is that I still love you on the good days and the bad days. Nobody promised you that every day was going to be perfect, because even if you're by yourself, every day is not perfect. Am I right? You can be by yourself and you can be with just you and it's not a perfect day. But the beauty is when you mature, you realize that there are good days and bad days, and people are not perfect. They're striving to be the best that they can be, and that you can love them within who they are. When you meet a person, you decide you're going to be with them, you need to see them on the possible and decide, can I be with you in the long run if you never change? Don't ever be with somebody that you think is going to change. You need to see them on their worst day and say, if this person stays exactly how they are this day, can I be with them 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, or 30 years down the road? Because if you base it on their good days, you're going to be sorely disappointed on the bad days. I'm a person that I can pretty much accept most people on their worst days, depending on what it is and what they do. There are some things that are deal breakers for me, and we all have them. And we have to understand that this is a deal breaker for me. I don't care how much I enjoy hanging out with you, but this is a deal breaker. And even within yourself, you have to understand that I am not perfect. I'm striving, but I still got some mucked up things about me. And you got to decide, am I working on them, or do I expect people to accept me for who I am and not do anything better? You know, we really spend more time in buying a car, maybe an iPod, some clothes, shoes, and all these things than we do in investing in a relationship. And the very first relationship is within yourself. Martina, I Martina, I don't ever want to hear you say that again. And I'm very serious about that. Your life has not been ruined. As long as you're here, your life can be better. And God has decided that you are still here. So maybe He wants you to understand that you don't have a ruined life. There is nothing that happens to us in life that we cannot make better. I don't care what it is. It's a mindset and where we choose to be. If we choose to believe that everything that happened to us has put us to a place that we are not capable of doing better or being better in our mindset, in our health, in our emotions, everything, then that is on us, because God tells us that He created us as a new creature. So anything prior to that that you felt was ruined has become better, but it can't really be better until you believe faith in it. As a Christian, you should have faith that you're a new creature and your life is not ruined. If I look at the life that, oh my gosh, if I looked at from my childhood to where I am now, I could really be a failed individual. But that doesn't, that's not who God created me to be. I was created to be one person, and then the environment that I was thrust into, meaning the people that I was birthed to, and the family environment that I was raised in, and then the bigger picture of the environment that I was coming up in, such as school, work, and all these things, all played a pivotal role into who the world wanted to tell me who I am. But at my core, that is not who I was. And for some reason, I just knew that I was not that person. And I didn't care whether it was my sister, my brother, my mother, my father, the school teacher, the boss, told me that I was somebody else. I knew who I was, and I just had to figure out how to get that person out and do what it is that she needed to do. I am never going to believe that everything that happened to me dictated who I was supposed to be, because it was not. I believe that God made me as a perfect creature, and I was wonderfully made. I was beautiful regardless of what society and the rest of the world said that I was. I am as smart as God said I was supposed to be, and I was put here for a purpose. I believe everybody that came here had a purpose and a plan, but too many of us leave here without fulfilling that purpose and plan. Every day, I strive to do that. I told you guys that I was ordained as a pastor, but what I knew was that I was a teacher. I never fit in the traditional church. I never preached the way the pastor that I sat under thought I should preach. I never ministered the way she thought that I should minister. But what I knew was God called me for something bigger and better than who I even knew that I was. I did not know what platform I was supposed to be on, but what I knew was when I was one-on-one with people, I was able to encourage them. I was able to show them that they were loved and they were important. That is why I went into, I wanted to cry here. That is why I went into ministry. And then all of a sudden, YouTube came into my life. This was not planned for me. This was not something I ever thought about doing. And I have to thank Mac for that, because I got on here as a fluke, but then she kept me going. And now I know that what I'm supposed to do had nothing to do with her. It was supposed to let her know that God was not pleased with how she was utilizing him to manipulate people to get what she wanted. But what I do know is that I'm here for me, but I'm more here for you. That whoever comes to this platform is supposed to be here. We're all supposed to be here together, supporting each other and encouraging each other to be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. And I don't want anybody that's in this chat or sees this live to believe that they are less than. I don't want you to ever think that your life is ruined and you're not where you're supposed to be. Sometimes we're someplace that we don't understand and it seems pretty crappy and shitty, but that's because we're supposed to get out of it what we're supposed to get out of it so that we can be propelled to where we're supposed to go. If I told you my life story, you would not believe that I would be sitting here in front of you now. But what I can tell you is, don't ever give up. Don't let anybody make you feel that you are not who you're supposed to be. Each one of us that are here is important. I'm sorry, guys. This is so important to me that I know that the people that watch me, that are here for me, but we're here for each other. And we come from so many different backgrounds. We've had so many things that have happened to us that if you really put us someplace, we shouldn't even be together. And it's only by this virtual world that we have been able to communicate and touch each other's lives. There's no way that there's people from Australia that's watching a black woman in South Carolina. There's no way that Paulie is in New York living in a damn tent watching me. There's no way that Martina, with who she is do you understand what I'm saying? We for a purpose and a plan, and it's for us to uplift each other. We are important to each other, whether we know it or not. We are not here by happenstance, because I know for one thing, nothing happens in my life by naught. Everything that happens for a reason. You are here for a reason. I am here for a reason, and we are all important. And we all have something that we're supposed to do while we're here. So I don't want anybody else to get in this chat and tell me that your life is ruined, you're not important, and that you don't have a purpose and a plan, because you do. I don't care where you're at, what's going on. I don't care where it's physical, mental, emotional, whatever, whether it's financial, none of that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even know where all that came from. I'm sorry. And y'all know I don't get on here and cry and get all this. Wow. This was supposed to happen. I'm sorry. But yeah, you guys are important to me. And this is what I'm supposed to be doing at this point in my life. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And you guys are here for me, and I'm here for you. And I support you 100%. 100%. Paula, you know I love you. You know I love you. I mean, everybody that's in this chat is important to me. You guys have no idea how much I think about you on a daily basis. When I don't see your name come through when we're doing a live, I'm wondering what's going on with you. Like tonight, I hadn't seen Tashana. I'm wondering where her and Charlie are. Are they okay? He's a truck driver. Anything can happen. I think of Martina as one of the most smartest women that I have never met. You know what I'm saying? Lovecraft is so supportive, and she's so opinionated that she reminds me of myself a lot of times. Chris and Sandy. I'm just trying to figure out, why would a couple in Australia want to watch me in South Carolina? I mean, there's just so many of you that come through here that you have no idea how much we mean to each other, that when we don't see each other, we got a bond. Whether we decided to have, there was a reason why we're supposed to be in this virtual world together. And I want you guys to stay here. I don't know what the future is going to hold for us. I don't know exactly everything that I'm supposed to say and do when I come on here. But what I do know is that you guys lift me up a lot of times, even when you don't know it. So I thank you, and I appreciate every time you come and leave a comment, whether it's a video, every time you're in a live. It means a lot to me, because I'm thinking, why would these people want to spend their life? Your time is so valuable. We don't know how long we're going to be here, but you spend hours with me. We are always on here 1, 2, 3 hours. You could be doing so many other things, but you're in the chat and we're talking to each other. There is a reason for that. There is a reason. Parker Posse, you're important. What time is it? Oh my God. And every time I say Parker Posse, here come Parker. Here he come running. I done got all emotional tonight. I must be having a very emotional weekend. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. When I say I love you guys, I truly, truly, truly mean it. And Polly, of course, you guys have the email, and there are people that do contact me, and and we correspond back and forth through email. But if there's ever a time that you guys need to talk about something, or you got something going on, you need to know about resources or whatever, I don't have a problem undergirding you and supporting you, because I do realize that we all don't have a family in the traditional way of a family that supports us. That some of us are just out here by ourselves, and we need somebody there to fall back on. That's what we're here for. Martin, I love you. Have a good night. Lovecraft, thank you, thank you. Like I said, you got to be, moderator of the month of October. I'm going to put it on the community chat, community wall or whatever. Thank you guys for Parker says good night. Parker Posse, thank you so much for being here. I say that from the bottom of my heart. If there's anything you need that I might be able to do for you, email me. I'll tell you honestly. Either I can help you, or I can't, or I can point you in the right direction, or I will at least try my best to find out the information and point you in the right direction. I have no problem with doing that. It doesn't take anything away from me to be able to help somebody else. Hey, Phil Hill. Good night, you guys. Y'all know I gotta get up bright and early and make the money. Polly, make sure you got the moon showing tonight. Good night, Shay. Well, I will be going to sleep to it. I don't know about Parker. He goes over there and he don't pay me no attention. But we'll be looking for the moon tonight or the water or whatever you're showing tonight, Polly. Good night, guys.